You ever get hit with the collections notice for something you didn't even do? Worse, it came from someone you used to love. That was me, standing in my kitchen, holding a letter that said I owed $300 for an account she overdrafted. And guess what? She called it my problem. But what she didn't know, I don't get mad, I get strategic. If you've ever had someone betray your trust and stick you with the consequences, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and buckle up. Because this is the story of how I took a deep breath and turned a $300 slap in the face into a cold, calculated win. 10 years ago, I met someone I thought I could build a life with. We clicked. She was smart, funny, the kind of woman who could light up a room and make you feel like the only person in it. After a couple of years, we had a kid together. It wasn't perfect, but it felt right. We weren't forever though. After 5 years, we just faded apart. But we made a promise to our child that no matter what happened between us, we'd co-parent with respect. And to our credit, we did. On the surface, everything looked smooth. 50-50 it's custody, birthday split, school pickups rotate. People would say, wow, you guys make it work so well. We'd smile. But behind the scenes, it was friction, quiet jabs, passive-aggressive texts, 1,000 little things that said, we were trying, but we weren't friends. And there was one thing that always nagged at me, a joint bank account we opened early on for shared expenses. I'd asked her countless times to come with me to the bank and remove my name. It wasn't complicated, we just needed both signatures. I even went there alone once, signed my part, and left it ready for her. She never went. Every time I brought it up, she acted like I was trying to pick a fight. I'll do it when I have time, or worse, why are you harassing me about this again? Eventually, I stopped asking. Figured she wasn't using it anyway. That was mistake number 1. Fast forward a few years. I get home, sift through some mail, and there it is, a collections notice. $300 overdrawn, my name on it. I froze. I called the bank. They said the account had been left open, unused for a while. Then recently, someone made withdrawals until it dipped negative. No activity after that. Guess who quit her job and decided to use the joint account one last time? I reached out to her, trying to stay calm. I texted, hey, we have a problem. That old joint account, it's overdrawn and it's in collections under my name. She hit me back with 3 words that set my blood boiling. This is yours. No apology. No offer to help. Just pure coldness. Like it was some stranger she was responding to, the father of her child. I said, you know we were both on that account. I begged you to close it with me. I even signed the damn form. She replied, you should have figured it out. Not my fault. And that was it. No help. No explanation. No shame. I wanted to scream. I wanted to explode. But I didn't, because I knew something she didn't. You don't win wars by yelling. You win by outmaneuvering. So I got to work. First, I documented everything. The original bank account opening. The times I asked her to close it. Screenshots of our text history. Dates. Receipts. Then I went to the bank again. Not to argue. Just to gather proof that my signature to remove myself had been sitting there for years. They confirmed it. The form was still on file. Next, I filed a formal complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Included everything. The complaint stated I had made every effort to separate from that account, that the bank failed to act, and that the other party knowingly overdrafted it. And here's where things got interesting. A few weeks later, I get a response. The CFPB sent an inquiry to the bank. The bank now suddenly wants to discuss a resolution. I walk in. They waive the collections notice, clear my credit, remove me from the account retroactively. Why? Because they knew I had a case, and they wanted this gone before it escalated. But I wasn't done. See, the collections notice had been sitting for 2 months. It already hit my credit report, and I wasn't going to let that slide. So I filed a credit dispute, armed with the bank's own letter stating I was not responsible. 2 weeks later, the blemish is wiped. Clean. Gone. And her. She still had that overdrafted account on her record, Collections in her name now. A fresh new bank scrambling to make sense of her application history. I didn't say a word. I stayed calm, cordial. Showed up to every pickup and drop off with a smile, but I knew she had tried to burn me on the way out. Thought I would just eat the cost and live with it. Instead, I flipped it, quietly, legally, and with dignity. And every time I get a letter now that says, "Your credit is in excellent standing," think about that collections notice, and I smirk. She thought she got away with it. Thought she could dump the damage on me and walk away clean. But I kept receipts. I kept calm. And I cleared my name while hers took the hit. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's a silent email that says, "Dispute resolved in your favor." Sometimes, revenge isn't about blowing up someone's life. It's about protecting your own. And when you do it with integrity, that victory tastes sweeter than any screaming match ever could. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button and drop a comment. What's the pettiest thing someone's ever tried to stick you with? And how did you handle it? Don't forget to subscribe for more true revenge stories that prove karma doesn't always knock. Sometimes, it mails a collections letter.